All right, game 3, let's do this. Okie dokie, folks, we saw game 2, we loved it. This is game 3 between the Viper and Liereyy. This is for $200. It's just a best of 7 show match. Shout out to Paladin. I doubt he watches any English streams, but he's a Chinese streamer who organized this, so congrats, man. Thank you for doing this, and he does very well for himself, too. Huns for Viper in game 3. Liereyy is going to play as the Berbers. We have the classic Hun civilization, the speedy cavalry civilization with lots of versatility, versus the new civilization in Berbers, which is also very strong with cavalry. So, if you wouldn't mind, I apologize. I'm gonna mute my mic for 2 seconds. We'll talk about the maps and we'll get hyped here. Okay, my bad. So, quick thing to talk about with the civilizations. We've seen Berbers picked a lot. This is the new balance, so they're not quite as strong. Like camel archers, they've been nerfed a bit. And I think on Arabia, it's more common to just see the other direct bonuses Berbers have with knights, with cheaper knights and camels. I think the opening for Berbers versus Huns will probably be something like scouts. They're very far away from one another. I think both players will open up with scouts here. Viper, he has an awful map. So obviously there was a bug in the T90 hacks file, or the Viper map hacks file, or whatever you want to call it. Viper's hacks have broken after game 2, and he doesn't have all these juicy back golds and woodlines. This is rough, man. This is going to be super tough versus a player like Liereyy. We saw what Liereyy could do last game. So this is the woodline for Viper. That's actually his best woodline, is about 1.25 miles away from his TC. Better than 1.5 miles, I suppose. Can wall off here and slowly wall off here as the game goes on, but that's a lot of open space, and that means this gold could be a bit more exposed than it usually would be. On the right hand side are both of his stones, so if he wants to get protective castles up later on in this game, it will be difficult for him. And he does have more woodlines on the front, but long story short, this is going to be very tough. It's so open that Liereyy might not notice Viper's TC, and he'll just run right into it, because he doesn't see any signs that Viper would have a TC here. Now, looking at Lierey's base, this is a lot better. Sure, he has a forward main gold, sure he has a forward stone, but the woodlines are so close that he can just wall in towards his town center in the early game, and that'll help him take really nice engagements. As his main stone's actually over here, another gold and another gold, but I don't think those positions are too bad. Even has some nice cliffs to help him wall up a bit. Martian, this is just the best of 7 set, so considering this is just 7 games, this could be, okay, I thought we were going to see a lame. Considering this is just 7 games, $200 is a lot of money for a couple hours of playing, so it's not actually a tournament. Well, Viper can lure in his deer so he can have a nice strong start to get some extra food. I think when you have a base this open, you need to be aggressive. And because of that, Viper seems to be sending villagers to gold now. Maybe he will go with man-at-arms. It's either a man-at-arms play or Drush play from Viper. We'll find out. I think he accidentally clicked the deer here, because he wouldn't kill it here for any other reason. I think he accidentally clicked that when he was trying to place the barracks, and it's dead now. Could you remove Alt-G? Tarz, we will... I forgot to talk about it because of how amazing last game was. So, please remind me before the next game. We'll have a vote in the chat, okay? I can't change it now because we're already 7 minutes in. It would confuse people. In game 1, I don't know if you were here, but we did have the regular colors. The Viper's gonna Drush. Lierey's on his way to Feudal Age, and Liereyy will be going for scouts. So the idea behind a Drush, it stands for Dark Age Rush for those that don't know, is to delay your opponent's economy. 3 militia are actually rather weak in fights. They rarely kill villagers at this level. But since there's no military for Liereyy, it does force Liereyy to fight with villagers. And the idea behind it is to buy yourself time at home. And Drush is quite a good tactic at times when you have open maps, because you can keep your opponent from running and countering you. But also it can be bad if you can't do damage and then you delay your Feudal Age time. Which is actually why Viper is going to click up to Feudal soon after that Drush. And go for some form of Feudal Age attack. Both Viper and Liereyy do that build very cleanly, and okay, both these scouts have 12 HP, at least for now. Okay, Liereyy sees the Drush. Important scouting. He sent the villager here just to win the scout engagement. But he won't need that because he'll hit Feudal Age, he'll get the extra attack, he'll probably try and take a hit now. Yeah, Viper expects it. So here's the stable for Liereyy. He's pinned back in his base for now. Viper's on his way to Feudal Age. And, oh, is he gonna go forward? Does he like this hill? Maybe he likes this hill. He probably likes that he sees the forward stones and golds on both sides. Is he actually gonna go forward here? It is very rare to see Viper go forward. Like an actual forward where he sends villagers and builds ranges. That is extremely rare. But he's gonna do it, and he's gonna probably build 2 archer ranges. And if he wants, he could still research man-at-arms. You see how Lierey's trying to get one more hit on the scout from Viper. There we go. He got it. Let's take a look at Liereyy. Yeah, it takes time to mass the scouts. He has one weak one. Viper's gonna try and hit that. So what you do here is you micro the weak scouts away. If you're Viper, you just try and kill as many scouts as possible. And great micro from Liereyy. He has it. Oh, goodness gracious, he did lose one. Liereyy doesn't know anything about this. And this can snowball big time. If Viper has 5 archers that arrive with the spearmen, there's nothing that Liereyy can do. He's expecting everything to be back at home from Viper. And here's the spearman going forward for Viper. That way he can't take any losses before the archers arrive. This is really cool to see. This is really cool to see. Because rarely Viper is this aggressive. And I think Liereyy would just not expect it. He definitely doesn't expect it. He's playing this very standard, like walling on the front. Viper probably has military buildings at home. Oh wait, where is he? So let's see how fast Liereyy responds to this. Okay, Liereyy sees the villagers building the tower. He's gonna wall them in. He needs to let one more villager in and then take the fight. Oh, this is a mistake. This is potentially a mistake from Viper. Tower's gonna get denied. Villagers are trapped in here. Oh, but hold on a second. The archers arrive. Liereyy can't do anything. It was a nice idea. But now he's gonna lose his own villagers to Viper's archers. Liereyy has to run away. Lierey's dropped 2 villagers. Viper's dropped 1. And Liereyy gonna scramble away. Viper should be able to build this tower. And it just comes down to not scouting this. Liereyy just a moment before had realized there are no military buildings at Viper's base, and he's probably thinking, okay, this is weird. I love the idea from Liereyy to do that, but he simply did not know the archers were there. He needs to get his skirmishers involved. He's already working on that. Luckily for him, his map is a lot better than Viper's. If Viper lost his woodline, it would be devastating. Here, Liereyy, well, as long as he doesn't lose an additional villager, he can just go over to this woodline. And Viper's archer ranges are on the left side of this cliff. They'd have to run all the way around if they wanted to hit that wood line. This is the kind of map control that you want versus Berbers, though. It does deny the wood, and it denies the main stone. So that'll be quite helpful if he's trying to keep Liereyy away from the camel archers. Now, Liereyy has chosen to defend with skirmishers and counter with scouts. And that is the correct decision, in my opinion. Viper has 1 spear here, 1 spear here. This could be tough for Viper. Is he reacting with an additional spear? He's just now seen this. He doesn't know this is here. This is a great job from Liereyy to still get value out of the scouts. He even created a few more. He should kill the spear first. Oh man, it's tough. It's tough. It's tough because it's so dependent on micro. A lot of players would have just created a few more spears there, but Viper wants to save his resources and micro with vills and spears. And that's exactly what he's done, and the scouts for now at least running away. This was not part of the plan for Liereyy, but he gets a free spear kill. Oh. Liereyy gonna lose a vill? Yep, Liereyy gonna lose a Vil, but at least he knows this is where the archers are from Viper. And Skirm's running... Okay, this could be cool. This could be really, really good. This could almost be GG right here. Skirmishers kill the spears. Scouts kill the villagers. It depends how much damage Viper's going to do on this side, but Lierey's going to react with more defensive skirms. Can Liereyy finish off Viper in game 3 with this move? Doesn't want to patrol in and show Viper he's doing this. Well, Viper now knows. Viper's going for a tower. Liereyy has the skirms. The spears will drop. Villagers will drop if the spears aren't here to protect. Liereyy just doesn't want to allow this tower to go up. Viper's going to get it up. He's going to be able to force this up. Texas gold, but what about his wood line? His wood line is going to be in a dangerous position. The archers from Viper were forced away by Lierey's spears. Viper's on the back foot, both forward and at home. There's not a lot of scouts here. There's not a lot of skirms, but this harassment is certainly going to hurt. And this weak Vil from earlier, well, Lierey's found her, and she's dead. And Viper's gonna engage. He's probably gonna lose at least one more Vil here. Liereyy gonna surround 2 more Vils with Lierey's micro. He's also gonna kill the next spear. The wolf even joining the party. I kind of want to see the woo woo woo. Oh, Viper's in trouble. He sent his army back. He's lost. There's gonna be 4 villagers. The wolf gets the assist on that one. Viper getting destroyed. Now hold on a second. Hold on a second. Going after the full HP Vil. Sorry, Viper, but that's what the people wanted to see. Always nice to see the wildlife being remembered. And I don't think this is going to be a game to remember for Viper. This is exactly why he doesn't like going forward. Not saying that the idea was bad, because his map is open, he needs to be aggressive, but if Viper needs to send back archers and skirms, he has to run all the way back, and he can't. These are effectively useless now. The moment you lose the front, your ranges are effectively useless. Liereyy can just camp this, kill any archers that come out. Meanwhile, he can defend at home easily because of his buildings. And yeah, Viper is going to need to change things up. Looks like he's going for that move now. This is something that Liereyy does not expect. Viper looped all the way around as he took damage. Liereyy does not expect this. If you're Viper, you probably want to wait to kill this Vil until you're in a bit closer, because now Liereyy gets the attack noise, and Liereyy knows to save the rest of his Vils. He's building a tower on his gold. That should be fine. His woodline is exposed, and there's weak Vils from earlier. Meanwhile, Lierey's taking an engagement at Viper's base as Viper built another tower here. There's bloodlines and scale barding on these scouts, guys. And this tower, if it goes up, it's still after some huge losses. Viper at 34 villagers. He's in at Lierey's base, though. Lierey's losing Vils at the same time. The archers are going to die, but this is better than it could have been. For Viper, these archers have full attack upgrades, and they've taken a lot of Vils down. They're actually level 1 villagers now. Are you kidding me? And Liereyy was a little bit overconfident there, potentially. He still is going to click up to Castle Age, and Viper is way behind. But that was not ideal. You lose your lumberjacks there, and Viper's going to call the GG. He realizes, I mean, even though he killed some villagers, Lierey's economy was stronger that entire time. Liereyy was going to click up to Castle Age sooner. And Viper, again, what's he defending with? Just towers. If he's going to send units back, it takes a while. And with so many scouts with these upgrades, Liereyy has the defense upgrades and bloodlines and skirmishers. Viper was... If he's going to stay in this game, going to need to continue to garrison Vils and hide Vils and probably lose Vils. And 2-1. 2-1 to Liereyy. Crazy games, though. Crazy games. Lots of action, lots of variety. And here's the... Oops. Here you go. Here's the KD. Don't know if a mod made a poll, but Tarsus is saying, now can we please have the vote for team colors. Guys, let me know. Do you want the red and blue because it's easier to see, or do you want to try and do the normal colors for the next game? There's the eco difference. Big difference. Viper's economy was not balanced. Big difference in kills as well. And there's the GG. I don't even know why I ask these questions because I can't